my name's Phil Simpson. I'm a local campaigner on the Wirral. My background is I was born in Rockferry, Birkenhead, Council House, and that's why we're here today, is to demonstrate and protest that we need council houses on Wirral for 11,000 residents who are on the housing waiting list. As I say, I was born in Rockferry, went to secondary modern school. I ended up working on the railway, and that's when I basically became unionised in the NUR, followed by the RMT. Joined Unite a couple of years ago because I'm also a member of the Merseyside Pensioners Association now. During that time, set up different campaigns. One is the banner you can see behind me, which is called Organised Labour. We've got one called the Greasby Greenbelt Action Group, because we believe we've got to save the Greenbelt as much as we can. And we've got one called Natural Wirral. And Natural Wirral is about saving and protecting the heritage of Wirral, because far too many times as development comes into Wirral, they demolish historic heritage buildings to build, in my opinion, ugly monstrosities, new builds. From those three campaigns, there's now this one here called Council Houses Now. The council houses now, as I said before, there's 11,000 people on a housing waiting list, and we want council houses for those people. We don't want affordable housing, we don't want luxury housing, and even social housing is not council housing. There is a difference. Our council here, in a recent housing committee meeting, were promoting affordable housing. They were promoting social housing. There was a brief mention of council housing and the possibility of the council building council houses. But for the council to build those houses, they're only allowed to build 200. And to build more than that, they would have to open a housing revenue account. Now in 2005, the council sold off all the old housing stock, council housing stock, whereas some Labour councils at the time some retained a quarter, some retained half, and by retaining some of that stock, you could borrow on the strength of the value of that stock to build more council houses. But that's not the case here now. What they've got to do now, or what they would have to do, is open up a housing revenue account, which means obviously borrowing money to do that. They seem very reluctant to do it. We're in an area now in Wallasey. This is, and it is a deprived area, but there's many deprived areas on Wirral, many. We've been told that we're standing outside now, outside Wallasey Town Hall, iconic building like the one in Birkenhead is. We've been told that this building behind me is going to be mothballed. We don't know whether that is factual, but that is what we've been told. And that is scandalous. It's scandalous. It seems to me that the way the council are going to be going is doing everything on Zoom meetings, or whichever media they use, but we'll call them Zoom meetings. Now, if they do everything on Zoom meetings, that takes the voice of the people away. Now in 2019, the then leader of the council, Phil Davis, proposed, and he got it through, that we stop the constituency meetings were the voice of the people, and they were in all four areas of Birkenhead, Tranmere, Wirral South, Wirral West, and there was Wallasey. There was four areas that had those constituency meetings, and because people at the time were starting to take an interest and wanted to voice their concerns, what happens is they stop them. And we feel that if it's true that they do mothball this iconic building, Wallasey Town Hall, that is going to stop the people being able to come in standing or sit in a public gallery and watches what's going on. Now, from that again is obviously taking away the voice of the people. I would say to everybody who's watching this video, please, 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 if you want council houses, if you want whatever it is you want, come out and vote at the ballot box. If you don't fight for what you want, then don't cry when you lose it. It's 11,000 people on a housing waiting list, and what happens is those people, because there's no council houses, they go into rented property, i.e. private landlords. Now, if anyone is on benefits or housing benefit, whatever, whether it be universal credit, whatever that is, and they're assisted with the rent, then that rent goes to the private landlord. It doesn't come back into the council, and the rent comes from the DWP, Department of Work and Pensions. So that money should be coming back into the council, back in house. The council should be building these houses, operating the houses and maintaining the houses. So Angela Eagle, you don't, from people we've spoke to here, never see her. It might as well be the Queen, because you don't see her. And I personally have never heard her talking or saying anything about council houses. She's never been to one of our demonstrations or protests here. And in fact, none of the councillors have been here to our demonstration or our protest. Not a demonstration, it's a protest. So I would say to Angela Eagle, you really need to go round the area that you serve and ask the people, ask the residents what it is that they need the most. What is first and foremost on their list? Make a list and make sure you fight for it, because they're the people who, because if people like Angela Eagle don't, it's people like me that will go around telling the residents about the people that you are voting for, and the ones that you should vote for, the ones that you should keep away from. We've been protesting outside here in all weathers. We've been here in the snow, the rain, the hail, the wind. It's not a bad day here today, but we've been coming for the last 2 years. We've asked councillors to come, even budding councillors who want to become a councillor, come and join our protest, because this is what the people want. What I'd like to see to come of that is obviously the council take note. They take note on we need council houses, but I would also like to see more and more people, as COVID starts to lift now, we want more and more people to come over, because we do intend to start a petition, and we do intend to have a campaign table and take it round the borough. And you can see it behind me, we've got a banner, Organised Labour. And some people are thinking, organised Labour, oh, it's the Labour Party. It's got nothing to do with the Labour Party. It's about sticking up for the people and fighting for what people want locally. It's Labour, jobs, jobs, jobs. And the pictures on there say their own story. You've got Ricky Tomlinson, Desi Warren, who were the Shrewsbury pickets, and the injustice that's just been overturned, the injustice that was overturned for them recently. And on the other side, you've got the dispute that was happening a couple of years back, keeping guards on the trains. And that's what we're about. We're about jobs, keeping jobs, saving jobs. We will attack the Labour group on Whittle if we feel they're not doing what residents want. Getting back to the Greenbelt issues, there's over 50,000 people on a petition list have signed that petition to protect the Greenbelt, and that's what we want. That's what we want. That's what the people want, and the people elect the councillors in to carry out their wishes. They don't elect them for them to carry out their own wishes, and that's the point we've got to get across to people, to come out at the election time, understand what it is your councillor is doing for you or not doing for you, and it's up to you then to decide.
Hi guys, Jamie Lee Media here. There was a few technical problems on the day, so my side of the questions didn't get recorded properly. So I hope you can make as much sense of the video I've put together. If there's any questions, just ask in the comments below. This is the front side of Wallasey Town Hall, where the protests happen on a weekly basis. They've happened every Friday for the past 2 years, and the guys are really passionate about what they stand for, and they're really passionate about getting council houses and getting the council to be accountable for what they do. While you're here, don't forget to drop me a like, maybe subscribe, and help me out a little bit. I'm trying to get as much local interest stuff together as I can, and also more interviews along the way with some of the auditors and stuff like that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you all soon. Take care, bye.